Imagine this. You have an important exam, a presentation, or a skill you need to master. You sit down to recall what you studied, but your mind? Blank. Your heart races, your hands sweat. You know you went over the material, but it's like your brain just forgot. Sounds frustrating, right? But what if I told you there's a proven science-backed way to hack your memory, absorb information faster, and never feel stuck again? That's exactly what we're diving into today. Real study hacks, memory tricks, and accelerated learning techniques that can transform the way you learn. Let's break down the science-backed methods to make your brain a learning machine. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a superpower most people only dream of. Ready? Let's go. Ever heard of the Pareto principle? It's that magical 80-20 rule that says 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. This applies to learning too. Take Elon Musk, for example. The guy taught himself rocket science. Rocket science. Not by reading every physics book ever written, but by focusing on the 20% of core principles that govern 80% of the field. He didn't memorize formulas. He learned how things work. So here's your first challenge. Whatever you're learning, find the core 20%. If you're learning a language, don't start with obscure vocabulary. Learn the 500 most commonly used words. If you're learning an instrument, don't waste time on rare scales. Master the basic chords that make up 80% of songs. Work smarter, not harder. Pop quiz. What did you have for lunch last Tuesday? No idea? Thought so. But if I asked you to remember your most embarrassing moment, boom, crystal clear. Why? Because our brains remember things they struggle to recall. This is called active recall. Instead of rereading notes like a zombie, force your brain to recall information without looking. Example? Instead of rereading a textbook chapter, close the book and summarize it from memory. Struggle a little. That struggle makes your brain go, "Oh, this is important. Let's keep this." Fun fact. Studies show students who use active recall perform up to 50% better than those who just reread their notes. So, next time you study, quiz yourself, teach someone, or write a summary from memory. Your brain will thank you. Cramming the night before a test? Yeah, it feels productive, but here's the harsh truth. You'll forget 90% of it within a week. Enter the spacing effect. Your brain remembers information better when it's reinforced over time. That's why learning a little every day beats an all-nighter every single time. A great example? Bill Gates. He reads every single day. Not just before a big event. Every day. That's how knowledge sticks. So here's your second challenge. Instead of marathon study sessions, break learning into 20-minute chunks over several days. It's how your brain is naturally wired to learn. Ever noticed how kids learn insanely fast? They don't just read, they touch, talk, sing, act things out. They use multiple senses. Example? If you want to learn a new language, don't just read words. Listen to them, speak them out loud. Watch movies in that language, even write them down. The more senses you engage, the faster you learn. Fun experiment. Try writing a difficult word on your hand. Your brain will remember it faster than just reading it. Einstein once said, "If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough." So, if you really want to master something, teach it. Grab a friend, your pet, or even an imaginary audience and explain the concept. If you stumble, that means you don't fully understand it yet. Feynman, one of the greatest physicists ever, used this method constantly. He'd break complex theories into simple explanations. That's how he knew he truly understood them. So, after this video, take something you've learned and teach it to someone else. Watch how much clearer it becomes in your mind. Think skipping sleep makes you productive. Think again. While you sleep, your brain actually organizes and strengthens everything you learned during the day. skip sleep, you're basically throwing away half of what you studied. LeBron James, one of the greatest athletes of all time, sleeps 10 hours a night. Why? Because he knows rest is just as important as training. Your brain is no different, so don't pull an all-nighter. Sleep and let your brain do the work for you. So, let's recap. To learn anything fast, find the core 20% and focus on that. Use active recall. Quiz yourself instead of rereading. Space out your learning over days, not hours. Engage multiple senses. See, hear, write, say it. Teach it to truly understand it. Sleep like a champion. Here's your final challenge. Pick one method from this video and apply it today. Drop a comment on which one you're trying, and let's see who becomes a learning machine first. And hey, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. More brain-boosting hacks coming your way soon. See you in the next one.